almost broke my ankle there. So I am back on trail after flipping. It was really easy to flip actually. It took me just one day hitchhiking, and then I stayed in Etna for quite a few days. Etna is awesome. I just chilled. Yeah, it was really great. Etna is my favorite city so far, my favorite town. And now, so I am in Northern California. There's basically no snow for now, so that's awesome. I'm kind of disappointed that I, had to flip. Well, I didn't have to, but I chose to flip. I was just kind of feeling miserable in the Sierras with the snow. I know that I've done like the hardest stretch, but it was just the snow that was annoying me, and I wasn't enjoying myself anymore. So I feel like, if you're not enjoying yourself on trail at some point, like I was gonna want to go home or something. So might as well, not do the continuous footpath and just flip, come back to the Sierras later, then keep on going and being miserable and crying every day. So my plan is to do Oregon in July. We're gonna try to do Oregon in 3 weeks, 3-week Oregon challenge, and then I'm gonna go back down to Mammoth, probably hike up back north, do the last stretch of the Sierras and the stretch of NorCal that I haven't done, and then flip back up to end with Washington. So I know it's a logistical nightmare, and I don't really feel like, hitching back and forth all the time, but I just can't not finish at the monument at the Canadian border. So I've got to do Washington in the end, even if, it's going to be September, and it's probably going to be pretty cold up there. But you know what? If I do Washington before, the Sierras, the rest of the Sierras and NorCal, I don't think I'm going to be motivated to go back. And I don't want to end in like Mammoth or Etna or some random place like this. So I want to end at the border. I started at the Mexican border. I want to end at the Canadian border. There's like little mushrooms growing on the trees, and from afar it looks like little golden spots. He really doesn't care that much. Do you want a picture with the deer? This deer just doesn't care. The deer here do not care. And since they're eating trekking poles, I am putting mine in my tent tonight. Don't care. Although it has horns, so. We are hiking out of Sayad Valley. It is like 1,000 degrees, no wind, and we've got a huge uphill. We actually took some kind of alternate. It's a road walk because the actual trail, many reasons. First of all, it's completely in the sun, so right now we're in the sun, but the road is actually much less exposed. Second, the trail, there's a lot of poison oak or poison ivy, I don't remember which. A lot of it, and vitamins are allergic to it. We don't really feel like getting some on our clothes. And finally, there's a lot of ticks on the actual trail, so don't really feel like hiking in the middle of plenty of ticks. Oh, and also the trail is it's a lot of bushwhacking, so don't really feel like doing that. The alternate is twice as long though, but it's not as steep, there's no bushwhacking, and it's in the shade. So, yeah, it's more miles, but it's probably easier. Today we are going to cross the California and Oregon border, which is very exciting. Although I'll have to come back to California to finish the miles that I skipped. I did about 1,000 miles in California, and I'll try to do as many as I can. So yeah, Oregon. Well, it's still in like 13 miles or something, so still a lot to walk, and my feet hurt so much. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I took like a long break, like 6 days, but I don't know. They've never hurt like this, and it's very painful to walk. So I'm being very slow. Oh, and yeah. I think this is it. By the way, they did not get here after me. They were just having dinner and I just walked by them without seeing. I'm so slow today. Yeah! First views of Oregon. So I'm on my way to Ashland. It was 26 miles away from camp this morning. And everyone else is trying to make it today, except me, because my feet hurt so much. Yeah, I think taking a few days off after the Sierras was not a good idea, because now my body was probably like, "Ooh, great, this is over," you know? And now it's just telling me it doesn't want to do it anymore. So I really cannot walk fast right now, which is really annoying because I got out of the Sierras to walk fast, and this trail is very easy right now. It's pretty flat. What I'm thinking right now is that I probably, especially if I'm injured, I don't know what's going on with my feet, I might go see a doctor in Ashland because it hurts way more than it should. So yeah, I've been thinking that might not have time to finish the trail. I'm walking very slowly right now, and you know, pretty much around Oregon you should be hiking like 20 plus miles a day if you want to finish. But I did 24 miles yesterday, and it was just, I've rarely been in such pain in my life. So, and I'm gonna have to go home by like mid-September. And so, I don't know, it seems very unlikely that I would finish the entire trail. Plus, none of the people I'm hiking with right now want to go back to the Sierras, especially if there's snow. I thought they would, which is kind of why I flipped. But yeah, so they don't really want to go back. So I would have to go back alone to finish, you know, the last little stretch of the Sierra, and a bit of NorCal, and I would be alone doing that. So I don't know, and I would have to do this really fast as well. So right now I'm just thinking I gotta go to Washington, to the border. That I really want to do, and you know, I would be really sad to not having finished the Sierras because I had like 100 miles left. It's not that big a deal. I guess I'm pretty sure there's still going to be a lot of snow. I don't think the snow will melt that much. So yeah, I might not finish the trail this year. This year has been such a terrible year for PCT thru-hikers. You know, we've been hit with rainstorms and snowstorms in the desert. Then the Sierras was like a record snow year. So, according to some people, to some sources, it was worse than 2017, which, you know, says a lot. Mount Shasta, right under the cloud. So I am in Ashland right now, staying here for a while because my feet got really sore on trail about 2 days before I got into Ashland. When we crossed the California-Oregon border, it was unbearable. I was pretty sure that my feet were broken or fractured or something. It was so painful. When I got to Ashland, I went to urgent care, and the x-rays didn't show any, you know, break or fracture or anything, so that's great. But I still need to rest my feet because I can barely walk. So, yeah, I'm taking about a week off because, yeah, I just can't walk. I'm hoping that 1 week will be enough because at some point I don't have too much time on my hands, and I'd really like to keep on hiking because right now my body is just, you know, getting accustomed to not hiking, just you know, laying around and not doing much. I can't really even enjoy Ashland because I can't really walk, and Ashland is quite big, so I kind of have to stay in my room all day. Yeah, whatever.